Imagine this. You've got big goals, and you know exactly what you need to learn to make them happen. But there's one problem. You don't have time. Or maybe no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to absorb information fast enough. That fear of falling behind, of being left in the dust by people who seem to learn faster than you, it's real. But what if I told you that there are techniques, science-backed techniques, that can supercharge your learning, helping you learn faster, retain more, and beat the clock? Today I'm going to share 3 techniques that will change the way you learn. These are strategies you can start using today to unlock your full potential. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll be armed with tools that could radically shift the trajectory of your personal growth.
Before we dive into the techniques, let's talk about why this matters. In today's world, the pace of change is faster than ever before. You're competing in an economy where speed is everything. Your ability to learn new skills quickly, it could be the difference between success and staying stuck. Here's the hard truth. If you're not learning fast enough, you could be falling behind. New technologies, new industries, new opportunities, they're all moving at lightning speed. So if you're still using outdated learning methods, you're losing precious time. But don't panic. You have the power to change how you learn. And the techniques I'm about to share will help you catch up and maybe even get ahead.
The 3 techniques for fast learning. Now let's get into the good stuff. The 3 techniques you can implement today to learn faster. Technique 1, spaced repetition, the power of time. The first technique is called spaced repetition. The reason this works is simple. Our brains forget information. It's natural. But with spaced repetition, we harness that natural process of forgetting to our advantage. Instead of cramming, you review material at increasing intervals, right before you're about to forget it. This way, the information sticks. Imagine this. You're learning a new language or preparing for a big exam. Every time you review what you've learned, you strengthen the neural connections. And every time you revisit the material at the right time, you're less likely to forget it. Here's the kicker. Studies have shown that spaced repetition can help you retain information up to 90% better than traditional methods. It's efficient, it's smart, and it's something you can implement today. Technique 2, active recall. Force your brain to work. Next up is active recall. This technique is so powerful, it's almost like hacking your brain. Instead of passively reading or watching, active recall forces you to actively engage with the material. Instead of looking at your notes, you close the book and try to recall what you've learned from memory. At first, this might feel hard, and that's the point. Your brain will fight you, but that's when it grows. When you actively pull information out of your memory, you reinforce the neural pathways that make it easier to retrieve that information in the future. You're not just learning, you're training your brain to remember. And here's why this matters. Active recall has been shown to improve retention dramatically. The more effort you put in, the better your brain gets at retaining information. So next time you sit down to study, ask yourself, can I recall this without looking? Technique 3, the Feynman technique. Teach it to learn it. Finally, the Feynman technique. This one is a game changer. Named after Nobel-winning physicist Richard Feynman. This technique is all about teaching what you just learned. Here's how it works. After you learn something, explain it in simple terms, as if you're teaching a child. When you can simplify complex topics and explain them clearly, you prove that you really understand the material. If you can't explain it in a simple way, it means you haven't mastered it yet. And that's where the magic happens. Teaching forces you to actively engage with the material in a way that reinforces your understanding. And if you're struggling to explain it, go back to the source or fill in the gaps. You'll be amazed at how much faster you learn when you teach.
All right, let's wrap this up. We've covered 3 powerful techniques today: spaced repetition, active recall, and the Feynman technique. Now, here's the key point. Don't try to do them all at once. Start small. Pick one technique and focus on it. Experiment, track your progress, and adjust as needed. But whatever you do, don't wait. Start now. The clock is ticking, and the world isn't going to slow down. These techniques can help you become a faster learner and open doors to opportunities you might not have thought possible, but only if you take action. So, what are you waiting for? Don't let time slip away. The faster you learn, the faster you level up. It's time to take control of your learning journey. Use these techniques and watch your world expand. Make today the day you start learning faster. And remember, the process never ends. The more you learn, the more you grow. Keep going, keep pushing, and keep evolving. You've got this. If you found these tips useful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more powerful learning strategies. And if you're ready to start applying these techniques right now,